Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. So, everybody knows that I've been sort of playing with this very fluid paints lately and get some really interesting results. So, I'm almost sure that my paints tonight aren't mixed correctly, but when I did a little trial piece, they were doing really neat things. So, we're just going to try this. We're going to just do a small tile because I have nothing in between. I have 4x4s, I have the vinyl tiles, and then I have a huge 20x20. And so it's a little presumptuous to think that I can pull off a 20x20 at this point. So let's play small, you guys. It's funny, you know what, when I mix my paints according to other artists' recipes and instructions and stuff, and I follow them just drop for drop. I follow them. It doesn't work. And when I do it on my own and I just wing it, I get much better results. So I don't know what to tell you. Follow the instructions. That's the important thing to do. Follow instructions. All right, so we have a white base coat and we're using phthalo green tonight instead of Payne's gray. We're going to go with green just for something different. And like I said, I don't even know that my paints are working correctly, but you know what? We're going to try it anyway. We're going to go off. So one thing I learned with this technique is that the paints react with each other much better if they're stretched. So stretch. If you leave too much paint in the color, then you won't get the cells. So they really need to be stretched. And like every technique, you know what? The amount of paint, the consistency of the paint, it's all critical. And you know what? You think, oh, it's easy. It's just dump it on, and it's not. So kudos to those who do it and do it well, because it's not as easy as you think. Trust me. So this is painting number 4 for me. So here is what I have learned so far, other than consistency is key. When your house is built in 1930, nothing's level. So painting number 3, as pretty as it was, when I got up in the morning, it was this gorgeous striped puddle in the middle of my kitchen buffet. And my painting was no longer a painting. It was just puddles, and everything looked like it had all shifted. So tonight I have leveled this. I put a marble slab down and it is leveled. So let's see if that makes any difference whatsoever. So we're gonna give this a little bit of fire here. You can see that the cells are starting already. That is a good sign, I think. This is definitely a technique of patience. It's not something I am really super strong in. You guys all know that. I want instant results and I want to see things happening right away. So learning to be patient is what I'm going to have to do. Okay, so let's add some color in here, you guys. What colors will we do? This is buff. So let's put some buff in here. Maybe a little more. You can always play with it and manipulate it and move it about. You don't ever have to just accept that that's what it is, you guys. It's your painting. Just constantly putter and work with it and change it. You know what? I am like no one to be teaching this technique because I too am just learning, but I'm not afraid to mess it up, and that's key. You know what? It's only paint. You guys mess it up. Make it work for you. And if not, dump it out. Newspaper. Dump it out. Start again. My hand stuck to my newspaper. Okay. So I hate pouring paint because I always pour too much of it. Always, always, always. I always pour way too much. But let's do it. Same buff, you guys. We're just adding a little bit. It's actually an iridescent buff because I did add a little bit of iridescent sparkle to it. You guys cannot see this, but I can see it. Okay. Iridescent buff. Who knew? Got sparkles in it, you guys. Okay, a little bit of yellow ochre. This is fun. What's going on in here? It's totally fun. Definitely have way more green in here than I was hoping for, like solid green. And there's not a lot I can do about it right now. So we're just gonna have to run with it. It is gonna change. You know what, as this piece starts to sort of morph and blend together, it will all change. Okay, this is Harbour Mist, which is actually a milk paint, because we don't have any white satin enamel anywhere to be found in Greater Victoria. We have no satin enamels. And so I made my own, as you know, and it works really well. But I had ordered some milk paint. And so that's what that is. Let's do a little bit of tipping and tilting here, you guys. We're going to elongate those funky sills. Kind of fun when it slides over the darker color underneath. It gives you that shadow effect, which I think is really, really pretty. I really like it. I don't really like this, so let's take some of that out. Okay, so we definitely have some fun, I don't know what you want to call these, pearls or something. Way too much green, that's for sure. Well, let's just keep mucking with this. This is just black cell mix that we use in our bloom pours. And we're just gonna go back in and make some swipes. Sorry guys, I'm not talking, I'm concentrating my efforts. This is always so pretty. I love these weird, I love all these weird cells, and it's very cool. Okay, well, I'm not like, oh God, it's beautiful, but it has some really pretty things going on. So we're just gonna tilt it and tip it a bit more. And you know what? We're just gonna keep playing with it. It's all about learning, you guys. You guys all got this. You can all do this just as much as me, or better. Better, 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 you guys. These are fun. Okay, let's add some color. Wow, let's put some yellow in this thing. Turn it around, face you. It's gonna be definitely like the Garden of Good and Evil again. This is just yellow ochre and a little bit of gold pigments by Jacquard. That's all that is. And it's just a little bit of a swipe with some regular cell mix, as we said. You're not happy with it? You know what? Swipe it again. So I leveled my table tonight. I think I started with my last video and I didn't keep it because it was terrible, but I said every time I paint I try to learn something. And so what I learned from my last painting was that when your house is built in 1930, nothing's level. I think I might have said this already. I'm losing it, you guys. Okay, let's turn this around and look at me. It's pretty complicated, but it's pretty cool, I think. Needs something, it needs something in here. Shall we put some yellow in it? Let's do it. Everybody's screaming no, it's too late. We're doing it. It's too late, you guys. We're doing it now. Okay, I'm gonna quit here. It's a little bit less lacy than I like, but it's definitely pretty fun. And again, we're only learning. So let's go all the way over and take a look. Look at all these fun, funky, cloudy cells. It is going to change a little bit, you guys. So, you know what? Sometimes when I post it the next day, it looks way different. Sometimes it looks beautiful, dumped all over my buffet and not on the canvas. But that's just an example, you guys. I am just learning just like you. You guys can all do this. So I'm going to end this here. I'm going to just continue fiddling and farting around with this. And if I like it, I'll post the results on Facebook and the video up on YouTube. You guys, thanks a lot. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for being tolerant and learning with me. You guys are awesome. It's only paint. You can all do this, you guys. Consistency is our number one thing we need to learn. Technique is another thing we have to learn. And composition, well, you know what? We'll cross our fingers and hope for the best. All right, my friends, pour happy, stay safe. We'll see you all really soon.